Good morning. Well, since the last video I sat down and had a good think about what I wanted, and I stuck with my sidings, and I've laid out some points for where the sidings are going to be upstairs, so to speak, and I've started wiring in, and I'm using just 2-core cable because I don't want it to look like spaghetti underneath, so I went and got the cheapest 2-core cable I could. So now we leave the upper deck fiddle yard. The station area has been moved considerably forward and we're no longer crossing the track. I've built a little ramp to join the main ramp. Now, one width of riser is not enough for 2 tracks, but 2 widths of riser is good enough for 3. So I've moved this over. It's a bit wobbly, and I will straighten that out at a later date. But as you can see, I've got a lot of real estate back. No more single track coming up the edge of the board here, so I've now got room for my fields and my farms. I've used a 4% riser to get down. And I used 4% because I wanted to get down as quickly as I could. Of course, in a bend like this, they're all different heights, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. That's why there's a spacing. And there's the curve that's going to go into the station for the branch line. And I've got all of this real estate back as well, as you can see. So it makes quite a difference to what I can do with the countryside, and I am much happier now. I've filled the hole and covered the cracks with glued down paper. I've still got my tunnel, although it has been reduced somewhat. And if I actually lay out the points and crossing, then well, it gives you some idea of what it's going to look like. Yeah, I'm much happier. Now if I put in I haven't completed the Metcalfe tunnel entrances, but I've got to the point where I can actually place them where they're going to be. And the bridge has reappeared from one side of the room to the other side of the room, so I still get to use it. But as you can see, we are now down at the same level as the main line, so all of that ugly raised section has gone. But we've got to get back up again, so I've used a 4% riser. This time I've used cardboard glued on the top of it. Hopefully the track pins will stick in it and hold a lot better. They don't like holding in polystyrene. So over here is going to be where the back scene crosses on that crack. Main town is going to be here. Then we've got goods shed, a few other bits and pieces, and the main station is here where that pot of glue is before we go out and over the viaduct and through the tunnel. There's certainly space for things here. So there could well be a farm there. And then another farm on this lower section here. And fields, because they're so much easier to do and so much cheaper to do fields rather than rows and rows of houses. Not sure if I'll stop there or whether I'll put some sort of ramp in to get up to that thin sliver of land. So the wiring to do, and it's going to take a long time scrabbling around on your hands and knees wiring up all the droppers. The 2 main controllers will go here. I'll build a shelf for them. And I put the other controller down here. The walk around one with the long lead, and then I can operate the points down there by hand, because they're all going to be operated by hand. But I am so much happier. It was very much a question of what do you want, what do you need, and what is physically possible. And it's taken me some considerable time to work out how to do things. But as I say, I am very grateful for getting the real estate back and being able to do with it what I want. Cheerio.